As I walk around this morning, I find Mr. Forrest laying in the prayer circle. It's like that he owns that prayer circle is kind of what he believes. I own this prayer circle, Jimmy. I'm gonna lay right here. Wait till you come and feed me carrots, or Apache comes out and takes the lid off of that Texas Hunter feeder and throws me some food. Hello, Mr. Forrest. How are you doing this morning, buddy? You sure are looking good. Yes, you are. Oh, there's TC out there too. There's TC. There he is right there. There's TC off out in the woods. Forrest's father. He's a big, beautiful deer too. Yeah, I don't see. Where's your buddy, TC? Where's your buddy, huh? Where's your buddy? Oh, there. Who's that? There he is. That's Fat Boy. These three guys run together right now, Fat Boy and Forrest and TC. That won't happen too much longer. Hopefully we don't have any casualties by Forrest killer antlers. Yeah, that's a beautiful deer right there. Look how fat he is. Oh, I'll get up and let you take a look at me. If you're bragging to me, all the girls want to look at me. I'm a big old pretty fat boy. Yes, I am. He can't hardly walk. He's so big. What a beautiful specimen. Oh, my goodness. Watching giant deer antlers grow. How great is that? How great is that, boys and girls? So much fun. Well, he moved over and hit his antlers. Look how big his body is. Look at his belly hanging down there. His back's getting a little humped. I want to think he may be 8 years old. I don't know exactly. I need to look back and figure out. As Toby Keith put in the song, would you know how old you were if you didn't know the day you were born? Great, great song. Great friend. I miss him. Miss him a lot. The feeder just went off. Mr. Forrest was laying down. There was actually 2 bucks laying there, another big buck laying way off out there. Turkeys were right here in the front. I don't know where all that big bunch of turkeys were. There was only 3 turkeys right here in the front. The feeder went off. The turkeys took off running like they were shot out of a cannon. The other deer that got up, I guess it was, I don't know who that was, Buddy or Fat Boy or somebody got up, took off out there. Forrest, he finally got up. He's not in any too big a hurry. Another deer way off out there in the distance in the background. The deer gathered real quickly, a bunch of deer. Big gobbler right there. Look at that big gobbler. Shooting out of the dining room window, so TC, he was laying down, but he got up the instant it went off and went over there. We live a pattern life. The wildlife do too. That's why you can pattern fish and pattern deer, pattern all kinds of animals. They get in patterns just like you and I get in patterns, the way we live our life. Many people go to bed with the chickens, they say. They go to bed at dark, 6, 7 o'clock, get up at 4 o'clock. Other people go to bed at midnight and get up at, 6, 7, 8 o'clock. Other people, like me, go to bed at all different hours, never with the chickens, but sometimes 10 or 11 o'clock, sometimes midnight, mostly 1, 2, 3 o'clock, and don't get up till about 7 usually. 3 o'clock till 7 o'clock is not much time, though. I'm finding as I get older, honestly, this is kind of bothering me a little bit, but I'm finding as I get older, I require a little bit more sleep. I'm kind of getting like a teenager. They say teenagers require more sleep. Maybe I'm turning into a teenager again. Yeah, that's right. Why am I worrying about needing a little bit more sleep? Teenagers, that's it. That's me, Jimmy the teenager. Huh, maybe I'll start growing my hair back. Off the kitchen window, we have antlers in the circle. Yeah, everybody knows who that is. Lucy was America's deer. Forrest might be coming America's giant buck. And we have another buck laying right there. We can see everything, but the most important part, his giant head and his big antlers. I think that's little buddy anyway. I don't think it's a big buck. He just laying there being friends. And then over at the feeder, lots of bucks over there. Handful of bucks. There's a doe. Big fat boy right there. Look how broad he is. It's a great look at him, looking at him in that direction right there. That's TC, another big buck right there, wild buck. And of course, my baby, Mr. Forrest Gump. Crippled legs when he was born. Mama couldn't feed him, he couldn't eat. Sherry and Jordan raised him, took him back to 10 Killer, raised him, took turns, carried him around in the car. Now look at him. He owes them his entire life. And yet he loves Jimmy and carrots. He loves carrots more than he does Jimmy. That's right. Looky there, baby. Look out there. Look out there in the yard. You see them? It's a handful of bucks, isn't it? I think all 5 of them are bucks. What do you think? Your boy Forrest is down there, and his father TC, Fat Boy, another wild buck, and Buddy, I think. Look over across the lake where all those white birds are coming in. Isn't that pretty? Chris and I are out here. I've been shooting some videos, and she's out here enjoying a beautiful evening. Still really, really hot, but cool is on the way. I'm talking lows in the 50s, highs in the 70s, some of the low 70s. I think Jimmy might go fishing some next week. I sure hope so. And what I was pointing out to my beautiful Chris is this. Yes, Mr. Buddy. Mr. Forrest, big giant rack. A wild deer. Another wild deer. That might be Buddy there. And then TC, Thundercloud. Looky there. 5 bucks. They were grazing a minute ago right beside each other. They were beautiful. They were all in one little shot there. You could see all 5 of them together. And that's unusual to see. In one shot, see 5 beautiful deer like that close together. And we can back up a little bit and see 3 right there. But they're spreading out. We planted an entire sack and a half of ryegrass out in the yard. It's perennial rye. It's really, really high dollar stuff. But we planted it, we've mowed and then just spread it by hand, but it's down in the grass. It should grow, and hopefully we'll have green maybe all the way through November, December, January. I don't know. That's what we're planning on. So we're planting that rye out there, so maybe it'll come up in the next few days and keep the grass green when the Bermuda goes away. The yard looks really nice right now. Oh, the armadillos tearing this up right up here around the house. Armadillos did all that right there. But I think we have captured all of the critters that was responsible for all that yard damage. That's okay. It'll grow back. And I don't think those armadillos will be coming back. But is that beautiful or is that beautiful? A 5-pack. That's right. 5-pack of bucks. Beautiful, feeding on the yard late in the evening. Goes an eagle. There goes an eagle. Yes, it is. Big old golden eagle. Oh, man. How pretty. How pretty. How pretty. The sunset just about to take place. Got a little bit of fire in the sky this evening. Not much. I think it's just a little bit too late for the fire in the sky. Full moon. The nights are gorgeous. Mama Red Tag is taking care of that little baby right there. Coming up to the prayer circle. When you get to the prayer, there's the other little baby. When you get to the prayer circle, the preacher's laying right in the middle. There's another deer behind the electric boxes. Most places they put those underground. Our electric company did not. They don't put those underground. They put them underground. They put them off out there to end of the driveway or somewhere where they're not in the way. But you see a buck right behind them, another buck there, another buck there. You look off in the distance, more deer, turkeys. As you pan around, it is a panorama. It is a panorama of animals. It's just beautiful. As we get closer to the time when the feeder goes off, when that time gets there, everybody will be, they're just waiting. They know. They don't own an iPhone with a time on it. They don't own a Rolex. They don't own a Casio. Hey. But they do know when Apache's going to show up. Look at him now. Look at him now. Look at him now. Look, 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 look. Look, look, look. You heard the dogs bark? You see the Apache's meal coming there? Look at the turkeys running back this way. Look at the turkeys running back this way. And look at all of them going through the woods. Lots and lots of turkeys coming. Because Mr. Apache's coming. The dogs barked. But then they run out to meet Apache. There he is right there. Looks like Apache's got his buddy Anthony with him. Anthony helps Apache a lot. They like to run around together. Apache works at Sulphur High School, but he helps Anthony a lot out here. He just likes running around. They're good buddies. Good friends are hard to come by. When Apache goes to the feeder out here, you can see. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that something? The deer not worried about Anthony because he's been around a lot. Good man right there. Good man. And don't worry about Benelli. Don't worry about Bella. Oh, look at Mr. Force there. I told, says you get back. I told Apache, you be really, really careful around him. His attitude's going to change a lot. I'm very, very careful around him myself. He's bigger, he's faster, he's stronger. And this is what he's wanting right there. He wants a little personal attention, his own special little food bucket. And just so all the other deer, all the other bucks, no matter how big, yeah, he moved around a little bit because TC come up behind him. And how they can all understand that I'm Forrest, I'm special. The king's going to turn around and he's going to say, wait a minute, you're not going to, they don't want to have his back to even his own father. Because even with his own father, this time of the year, it all gets serious. It all gets serious. Look at Benelli lay down beside Anthony right there. She knows she's not supposed to fool with those deer. Even though she wants to play with them, playing will be kind of dangerous this time of the year. And there they are, their daily treat of a little additional South Fresh. And Apache, he's going to throw some out to everybody. Everybody gets South Fresh every morning. What a life. What a life those deer live. I want you to take a look off down there. Now, I don't know if you'll come here, Benelli. Keep off doing this. I want to show you something right here. This is the reason that, come here, Benelli. Come here, Bella. This is the reason that Prince Charming will probably never have another great rack like he had a couple years ago. He's got a really nice rack right now. I'll try to get out there and look at him to start one of the antler videos off. We've got great antler videos this week, but there's Mr. Forrest. You see what he's doing right there? He's fighting the top of that tree with his antlers. And he's actually just kind of showing off and trying to be intimidating as he fights those branches and bushes right there. You see him get his horns in there and then pull against them and pull against them. And he's fighting those. And because the hormones are beginning to work in his body, and he's going to start fighting other deer pretty quickly if he's not already. But when you just look right to the right in the pen here at the house is Prince Charming. And Prince Charming has been fighting that fence right there. And he's bowed up. He bowed up and went into a defensive or aggressive posture stance a minute ago. And what happens is he starts fighting Whitey through that fence. Whitey is trying to be aggressive, and see, watch him, he rubs that fence with his antlers. I can hear that. I don't know if you can hear it through my microphone or not, but he's rubbing that fence. I've got posts in there for the deer in the pens, and every pen I've got a post that we've planted in the ground, a big one, for them to rub on as a rubbing post where they clean their antlers off, and of course they do, but he would rather rub his on a fence for some reason. I guess because he's got a lot of palmation in those giant antlers. But you see, he's trying to be intimidating also to Whitey, which, did he move? Oh no, there he is. Yeah, he had his head down, I didn't see him. But he's trying to be, I got my finger caught in my tripod. But he's trying to be intimidating to him, and Forrest is trying to be, I called him Whitey, Forrest is trying to be intimidating to Prince Charming. So they're in a big stare-off right now. They're not full-fledged fighting mode, but they will be. And more than likely, Prince Charming is going to be breaking his antlers off just like he did last year. Those antlers don't seem to be quite as tough as some of the whitetail antlers. And but I guess that, you know, if they fought, they would probably break them off fighting each other. So I guess that breaking them off in a fence is nothing that strange. He's going to pee there. What is he doing right now? He's peeing right there in that spot, kind of marking his territory and letting does know that he's around. Also letting other bucks know that he's around. And if you want to challenge me and get into duke it out a little bit, I'm ready to duke it out with you. But that is the reason right there that Prince Charming ended up with not much antlers last year, fighting that fence, and he's fighting that fence now. And if I would have let him out or put, or if I was to put Forrest in there with him, one of them probably end up dead. Probably Prince Charming, you know, he's a lot larger deer. In the wild, I don't know. Just the sheer weight of Prince Charming. But Mr. Forrest has got some sincere weight on him too. So those are big boys. Right now, they're just sort of having a stare-out contest. A staring-out contest right there between the two of them. And that's very cool. That'll go on for lots of time. Minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour. But they can't hurt each other, which that's good. Come on, cold front. Okay, gals and girls, so that'll do it for this week's antlers. We've noticed one thing: the attitude's changing. Attitude is changing. They're all still buddies, they're all still friends, but the attitude is beginning to change a little bit. All the horns are hard. We don't have any more velvet left. Deer are sparring a little bit. They're beginning to rub, you know, horns and back each other up and kind of letting the weight dominance. The weight is really about as important as anything. The more the weight, the more dominant that deer usually becomes. So we've got lots planned for watching them happen during this rut. It's coming on pretty strong. Have a great one out there, and remember, I surely love you.